Hello everyone, and welcome to Cliqz again. My name is Sasha, and I've been working as a product manager at Cliqz for a bit more than a year now. How many of you have already tried any of the Cliqz products? Okay, there are quite a few people, that's cool. And you probably already have some impression of Cliqz, which, by the way, I would really like to hear during the networking time. But I would like also to share with you my opinion about Cliqz. Because to me, it's a company with a great vision, ambitious plans, and smart people to turn them into reality. And those ambitious plans are basically nothing else than to help bringing the internet back on the right track by designing a different kind of ecosystem. Today, only a handful of companies basically occupy key positions in the ecosystem. You probably all know those big guys. In fact, one more is missing on the picture. Here he comes. And have you ever thought about how powerful they have actually become? I'll give you an example about this. If we treat the five as a country, their total market capitalization would be equal to the gross domestic product of Germany. In fact, there are only 3 countries in the world that can compete with the 5 with a bigger GDP. That's the US, China, and Japan. And for sure, they have great products, but what they also have is a huge and harmful monopolistic power. I'll give you another example about this, actually. Search market is now worth $92.4 billion, which is bigger than the construction and engineering or real estate market. And one company called Alphabet controls 90% of the search market. How would we feel if one company controlled construction market or real estate and management? Would feel probably a bit like their power has gone beyond the reasonable threshold, right? But then why don't we feel concern about this when we talk about Google? Those big companies basically lock the users inside their ecosystems. They make users pay for the convenience they have with their private data. But we do think that it's not the way how it should be, and that it's not too late to change this, basically. And we strive for a different kind of ecosystem where users have control over their data, where there is a place for a healthy competition in the market, and where all the ecosystem components are private by design. And well, you might say that it sounds like a bit too ambitious plan for a company of our size, but we know, and we've actually already proved, that it's the matter of technological innovation and the matter of starting at the right level, of redesigning the key technologies like browser and search engine. And that's basically what we've started with back in 2015. We started with the sector born with the internet. We started with search. Currently, search engines own lots of users' data, including financial, medical, any private issues you might have, right? And, well, that's the way how they earn money. But what is wrong here is the way how they process and aggregate this data, because they do it on the server, and they have all the user identifiers, using which they can easily build your profiles. And we do also need some statistical data because, for example, we needed to build our search index. We base it on the wisdom of the crowd, so we check on which websites people land most of the time when typing the query. But what we make sure all the time that we can't build your profile, that the data we have doesn't contain any private UIDs. And even if we were asked to do so, we can't, because the technology we use to collect data, it's called human web, makes sure that all the user identifiers that can potentially link the records to a particular person are strictly forbidden, basically. We remove all the explicit UIDs by doing the data aggregation on the client side. Instead of the server side, we remove all the communication UIDs related to your device or your network, and all the implicit UIDs that can be there. If you want to get more details about how this works, you can check a poster here on the wall called Human Web. You can check the code, it's open source, and you can basically ask any Cliqzer during the networking time. So once we had our search index, the easiest way to deliver it to users was basically to build a browser extension. And since we always shared Mozilla's view on the open internet, we started with a Firefox extension. So if you're a Firefox user, try it. You can easily find it in Mozilla's add-on store. But soon enough, we realized that having only private search is by far not enough to guarantee the user's privacy. Because as JP explained already, once you leave search and land on the websites, there are hundreds of trackers that are watching you. And we built our anti-tracking system, which Sam is going to explain in details in the next talk. I would only say that so far it has been successfully running for almost 2 years now, blocking 300 million cookies and 10 user identifiers per day. And we also built ad blocker and anti-phishing technology to complement our privacy feature set. To further raise the benchmark in privacy protection and to combine algorithmic and block list anti-tracking approaches, Cliqz acquired Ghostery in winter of 2017. I'm sure many of you already have heard about it or tried it. That's one of the most popular and advanced anti-tracking browser extensions in the world, basically. But then we realized that we've learned so much about the trackers that it would be also nice to educate people about it and basically to shed a bit of light, to add transparency to the trackers world. So we built and released Who Tracks Me website. I really encourage you to check it because you'll find a lot of interesting and sometimes surprising answers to the questions like which trackers are the most common, which are the companies behind them, and so on and so forth. To further extend our ecosystem and to basically cover and improve the whole browsing experience, we built Cliqz mobile and desktop browsers. And we'll have also a dedicated talk later today. Alex and Nair are going to explain to you why we believe the world needs another browser and what are the features that make us different. So I'll not go into details. Stay tuned for more information about this later. And now I'm coming to one of the most frequently asked questions about it, basically, about Cliqz. Can you guess what is the topic here? Money. It's money. That's right, because how do we actually earn money if we don't have any users' private data to sell or to show ads? And, well, it's again the matter of technological innovation and a bit of a shift in the mindset that much more can be done on the client instead of the server side. And that's basically what we do in our business model called MyOffrz. The idea is that special deals and discounts from our business partners are sent to the devices where they stay locally until MyOffrz software determines that at this moment you, with a high probability, might be interested in this or that discount or deal. So the targeting is still highly granular, but the most important thing that none of the private data leaves your device. I unfortunately don't have time to go through all the products we have, but to name just a few, we, for example, also make sure that our infrastructure is private by design. We have a privacy-conscious telemetry system. We have anonymous A/B testing. We also work on a bunch of experiments and new cool features such as a Tor mode in the browser, ghostery browsers, and so on. And we do realize that at this moment, our product set is still not enough to cover basically the whole ecosystem experience. But we continue working on the products that act in benefit for the user's convenience and privacy. So try Cliqz, check its open source code, and let us know what you think about it. Thank you.